The Democrats are disappointing me. Okay? Someone seems to have told them that the way for them to get back on top is by being mean. That fighting means not fighting with better, but by being worse. Fire everyone. Everyone is bad because of what just happened on Signal. And that's the light touch. You want to see what the Democrats believe is going to get them to a better place? Listen to what a member of Congress just said.
We in these hot-ass Texas streets, honey.
Yes, I'm glad that people like this are seeing what is going on. The other day, we saw this ghetto Democrat coming out. Not only her, I have seen a lot of these Democrats doing the same thing, now struggling to use this F word every single time. I don't know what exactly is going on. Maybe this is a new script. Before we go into that clip, first take a look at this.
But why won't you apologize?
I put out a statement.
They didn't have an apology.
So read my statement.
I did read it. It didn't have an apology.
Okay, well, I'm done.
You don't feel bad about making fun of someone
I'm done.
Correct. She's a classless showboat. She's also a liar. Let's be clear about this.
About emergency management, and they don't care about free speech, all of which are harming American people. In fact, I'm gonna skip off real quick because they have tried to come for you, Miss Mayor, and I just want to clarify, you did not work for NPR when those statements were made, did you?
That is correct, Madam
And to be clear, free speech is not about whatever it is that y'all want somebody to say. And the idea that you want to shut down everybody that is not Fox News is bullshit. We need to stop playing because that's what y'all are doing in here. You don't want to hear the opinions of anybody else. And the Constitution says Congress shall make no law respecting or establishing of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the
gentlewoman's time has expired. The gentlewoman's time has expired.
She's new. She's young and she's trying to find her way. I think that this party is scrambling, trying to seem tough, and I'm seeing this party traffic in a lot of curse words. That's supposed to be like the new cool thing to do. I don't think that that's going to be as useful. I've even heard Pete Buttigieg with a whole bunch of curse words. I don't know who gave that memo. I don't think that's very useful. I think you have to be very careful when you're talking about people with disabilities. And I don't think she was careful. And I don't know her enough to say she's not being honest. But I'm going to tell you, it sounded bad. And I just want to finish. I think this party is trying to find a way to look tough and to show fight. But this is not the way. I don't think the cursing is going to work. I think I've been on stage and I've gotten a little bit hyped sometimes too. I hope that she will take this as lessons. You talked about learning lessons, that type of stuff. It doesn't sound to me like she's actually taking full responsibility. If that's true, I don't like it, and she can't do that again. She's too important to us to do that again.
What I fear is that no lesson could ever be learned as long as you're doing these things in front of audiences who roar when you do it.
Yes, we will continue to talk about this ghetto Democrat. She is receiving massive backlash like never before. A lot of people say maybe this is the end of her political career. She will not be re-elected again. We saw the other day she waked up when after Governor Abbott talking about his disability, and some Democrats are not really happy with this. Along the way, she realized it is becoming intense. People are calling her out, even her colleagues. She came to backtrack like, oh, I was talking about this man being racist. He was taking illegal immigrants, transporting from one area to another. That is how the story turned out. But it is not stopping. There are people bringing videos here and there about how for 3 days straight, this topic is number one everywhere. This is actually what she wanted. It is important. We take an exclusive look into everything. I have a couple of clips. I'm going to show you.
Listen to what a member of Congress just said.
We in these hot-ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot mess, honey.
The guy's in a wheelchair. Are you kidding me? I mean, is this really what you want to applaud and what you want to celebrate as Democrats? Oh, yeah, but you just heard Jesse Water. You heard the other ones. Is that who you want to compare yourself to? Look, you can write off criticism from any other of the TV yappers, and that's what I am, okay? I don't have any power. I'm not in office. I'm not here to serve, right? I'm not in a public service. I'm just a yapper. But don't you try to tell me that I don't know what works for Democrats, okay? I was raised by a lion of the left. You can say whatever you want about me. You will never take that away. And Mario Cuomo knew that being harsh or mean, this is a guy who was born in South Jamaica, Queens, fought for everything that he ever came. Everybody thought he was less than. He never went down the road you're going down now. Like somehow his victimization allows him to be cruel about everybody else. Because that's how you get parity. That's empowerment. No, it's BS. And it doesn't sell in America. This is an opportunity to show that the Trump administration is less than they need to be. And that there are better ways to get this job done. Instead, Democrats are using it to pound on the idea that Trump just sucks and everyone around him is incompetent.
This woman, I've had about enough of her. She wants to be like a member of the squad. She thinks of herself like an AOC. She talks like, you know, she's from the hood. Meanwhile, she grew up in a nice family. She didn't talk like this 3 years ago. 3 years ago, she sounded like you and I sound in this conversation. Like, I'm really excited to be going to Congress. I can't wait to get started on my new job. And now she's like, we need to smack him in the head, bitch. Like, what? What do you, we have videotape. Why are you talking like that? No one believes this bullshit. And now she's graduated to acting like a thug. So congratulations. Your term in the U.S. Congress is going really well, swimmingly.
A lot of people now understand who this lady is. This ghetto Democrat, at a certain point, she is now claiming racism. Crazy. She made the comment and it went viral. It is now backfiring on her. People who support her are even changing their minds. When you take a look at what she posted, I wasn't thinking about the governor's condition. I was thinking about the plane, trains, and automobiles he used to transfer migrants into communities led by black mayor, deliberately stoking tension and fear among the most vulnerable. Literally, the next line I said was that he was a hot mess, referencing his terrible policies. At no point did I mention or allude to his condition. So I'm even more happy that the very people who unequivocally support Trump, a man known for racially insensitive nicknames, and mocking those with disability, are now outraged.
Last night, Texas Governor Greg Abbott responded to a comment made about him by Jasmine Crockett. And we're going to show you. Take a look.
Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on.
And another disaster by the Democrats. The reality is they have no vision, no policy. They have nothing to sell but hate. And Americans are not buying it.
Now, Congresswoman Crockett denies she was mocking Abbott's disability. She says she was referring to his use of trains, planes, and automobiles to transfer migrants around the country. She should not have made the comment at all. But Joy...
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking when I saw this about, where was the outrage from Abbott?
I think she should just own it, because Jasmine Crockett is a very talented politician. Crockett, sorry. Is a very talented communicator, politician. She's effective. People gravitate towards her. This was beneath her, because Marjorie Taylor Greene, we expect that. That's the only way she can get a headline is by saying crazy stuff, and then everyone looks. Representative Crockett is so much better than this. So I think it would have been really relatable, because the rest of that speech, if you watch it, she's really impassioned.
You have to be so careful with what you say. You do. Because your intentions may have been absolutely what you say. But once people hear you say something, it is not about what you said. It's about what they think your intentions are. So everybody's got to be really careful.
How about sometimes we have a headline about Whoopi and Joy, and then when you read the article, They love each other. You know, they love each other.
I should know,
so that's
though,
another
she
lie.
made the joke before about him, Hot Wheels, numerous times.
And what did she say that time?
There was like 3 or 4 examples. Referred him as Governor Hot Wheels, said he was rolling up to the White House, said he...
Yeah.
I
think that...
Not a good idea.
Yeah, you just don't mock people with disabilities. I mean, it's
you don't mock people.
You don't mock people. I was going to say you just don't mock people at all. And I admire Jasmine Crockett. I do think she's an effective messenger. I think this was a mistake, and I think when you make a mistake, you have to own it. Yeah. You have to do that because it gives you a lot more credibility when you do that. I did not know that Governor Abbott was a paraplegic. I had no idea that he went around, and the people in the audience also are shaking their heads. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was a tree fell on him when he was 26. A lot of his photos are taken from the step down, from the waist up. But she is the representative from Texas, so she very much so must have known that he is in a wheelchair.
Yes, even The View is now going off on this lady. That is to tell you that it is bad, because I didn't expect them to even say this. If they are now changing their minds toward her, that should tell you a lot. It is insane that a lady will get up, mock someone with disability. I felt bad, actually, when I watched that video. That simple, though she's struggling to say, you cannot even twist it. Everybody saw it. She even refused to apologize. That is the worst one. She's not feeling any remorseful about what she said. It's crazy. Thank you guys who has been sharing on my videos. God bless you abundantly. I decided to show you this clip again simply because I updated it so you can see.
Speaking of leftist hypocrisy and cluelessness, Jasmine Crockett is a rising star amongst the far left progressives. Well, it's only nasty leftists who do. Not sure that gives you a pass.
If she'd spoken in English, I would have understood her better. So I almost didn't catch the insult.
You do have to pay attention.
One thing the Democrats specialize in is accents, okay? They adapt them to the audience, and sometimes they go really far out there, and she's at the bleeding edge of street talk, okay?
Yes.
There's going to be a point at which I don't understand it all, and they're speaking in code to their own supporters.
The 2 stars are Gal Gadot.
For fuel on the fire that there's a potential...
The economy added 16 points.
Your show's on YouTube.
It's a different mechanism. It's the same thing, though.
1980s.